Okay, so now that we know benefits of strength training for older women, I want to go further into, there are various ways that you can strength train. And I'm not going to go through all of them here in this video, but I do want to start with one of the forms that is good for starting your strength training. And what I'm going to talk about today are resistance bands.
Ryan Little. Japan.
Now I'm going to show you a series of exercises that I think would be good for any beginner to start their strength training program with resistance bands. Now resistance bands, let's go over what those are, and then at the end I will show you the different exercises and a workout that you can do to start a strength training program for your lower body. Strength training comes in many different forms. The most common one that we're used to is lifting weights, either lifting dumbbells or lifting barbells with plates on them. There are a variety of ways that you can strength train. It doesn't just have to be with lifting weights. So I'm going to talk about today a form that I think is really good for someone who is just starting out with a strength training program and may be intimidated by using weights in a gym. And so what I'm going to talk about today are resistance bands. Resistance bands are really good to start with because, one, they are inexpensive and they can be used anywhere. They can be used in your home, they can be used outside, they can be used at the gym. So what are resistance bands? Resistance bands are basically just like a big rubber band, but there are a variety of these resistance bands, and depending on the style of those particular resistance bands, they work better for one type of exercise compared to another. So the resistance bands that I'm going to talk about today is the type I only have, which are called looped bands. And what they are is that if you order these online, I got mine from Amazon, they usually come in a package of 3 like this, and the difference between each one of these is the elasticity. So the tension, depending on the color, well actually it will even have on here what the tension is, and this one says that it's light. So with light tension or elasticity, it's easier to pull apart, but it bounces right back like a rubber band. And if I go to the blue one here, this one is labeled medium. So this one has more tension. This one is harder to pull apart than the red one. And so this is the tension on this one. And then from there you go to the green one. This one is labeled heavy. So this one is really hard to pull apart. I barely can pull this apart. So with these type of looped bands here, these are really good for a lower body workout. Other bands that are available that are like long can be more or better for upper body workouts. So because I have these type of bands, I'm going to show you a workout for the lower body using these looped bands, and this is great for any beginner. What I like about the resistance bands is that it helps you with your strength training, but it also helps with warming up the body should you decide that you want to move into doing more complex exercises. What I've noticed is that with these, it's best to start your workout with exercises using these resistance bands before you go into doing more complex exercises like squats or lunges. It helps to warm up the muscles, the ligaments, and the joints, and the connective tissues. And from there, it's easier to go into doing your squats and your lunges. So I don't know about you, being in my 50s, when I sit for a long period of time, or when I get up in the morning, I'm really stiff. In fact, it's like an uncomfortable discomfort. I don't want to say pain, but just a discomfort that I feel. And then when I go to work out, I'm still in that stiff phase, and it feels good to warm up with these resistance bands first before I do any type of bending of my knees or do any type of weight bearing exercises where I need to bend my knees. All right, so let's go into the workout. Here I'm going to show you a resistance band workout for the lower body, good for beginners. And it's going to be a total of 8 exercises. And I'm actually going to show you the exercises here. And with these exercises I did for the lower body, I just used the medium tension band here. If you're just starting out and you're not sure if you're able to do it, start with the light one and move up to the heavy one when you get stronger. And for me, I do these exercises to warm up my body. But like I said before, this is a good way to get on your strength training program and maintain using these bands when you are going into more complex exercises to warm up your body. But for now, if you are a beginner, this is a great way to start your strength training program. All right, so let's go and I'll show you the exercises. Well, we're not going. So at this time, let me show you the 8 exercises that I would recommend you start with for the lower body. So here I'm in the park and I am going to show you guys here the exercises that I do with the resistance band.
Ryan Little.
So as you see here, I'm putting over my feet and right above my ankle the resistance band. Okay, so I have my list here. Ooh, look at that, it gets dark. I have this list here of I think I may have said 8 different exercises, but it's actually 7 exercises for the lower body. So number 1, the first exercise that I do is the band side step. You place the resistance band right above the ankles and you go into a standing position where there's a slight tension of the band. Bend your knees a little bit and then you just step to the side until the band provides resistance, and then slide your other foot over to recreate your original stance, and repeat the side-stepping movement for 10 reps in one direction, and then do the same number of reps in the opposite direction to complete one set. And what you want to do is make sure you keep your shoulders back, your abs tight, and really concentrate mind to muscle connection of your thighs, your butt cheeks, and your hips. And what you're going to be working here again is the lower body. You're working your thighs, hips, and butt cheeks. So that's a great way to warm up the body. And then from there, the next exercise I would do standing up are standing front leg lifts. Kick your foot forward. Make sure your posture is straight up where your shoulders are back and your abs are tight. And you can either put your hands at your waist, or if you need support, just place one of your hands on the wall and the opposite leg you're going to be kicking it forward. And with this exercise you are targeting your quads, So this is a good exercise for working the upper portion of your thigh. Be sure to work one leg at a time, doing 10 to 15 reps on each side. Once you've completed 10 to 15 reps for each leg, that is one set. Next exercise you can do is in the same standing position is a side leg lift. Again, you can place the resistance band right above your ankles. The lower the resistance band, the harder the movement to make. So if it is too hard to lift your leg with the resistance band around your ankles, then simply raise the resistance band right above the knees and it'll be easier to do the movement. And you can progress to moving the resistance band down towards your ankles as you get stronger. Next exercise would be number 4, the standing rear kickback. This one, you will be kicking your leg back, and what you're targeting are your glutes and your hamstrings. So you want to make sure your upper body is straight and your shoulders are back, and you're slightly leaning forward and you're kicking that leg back, and really tighten the glute. And what you want to do is 10 to 15 reps on each side. Once you've completed the reps for both sides, that is one set. So from there, what we're going to do are called sitting side leg abductions. You're going to place the resistance band right above your ankle and proceed to lean forward with your upper body, making sure your abs are tight, your shoulders are back. You're supporting your upper body by bringing your hands back to the sides, slightly behind your butt cheeks. And at this point, you're going to bring your leg out to the side, really pulling that resistance band so you feel that tension, and then bring that leg back in. And you're going to do a total of 10 to 15 reps each leg. And with this exercise, you're targeting the outer thigh and the hips, but you're also targeting your core because you are keeping your upper body tight by maintaining a tight core.
Ryan Little.
Japan.
If it is too difficult to bring your leg to the side with the resistance band right above your ankle, then simply raise the resistance band up above your knees and it'll be easier to bring your leg out to the side. So as you get stronger, lower the resistance band down towards your ankle, and that will mean that you are getting stronger in that area. But if it's too hard at the ankles to bring your leg out to the side, then simply just raise the resistance band right above the knees and still do the same exact movement, making sure you keep your body in the proper right form. Next exercise will be on your hands and knees.
Ryan Little.
Being in this position is called the tabletop position, and you're going to have the resistance band right above your knees, and at this point you're going to do what is called a donkey kickback. With a donkey kickback, your one knee is staying on the ground while the other one is being kicked back. Now for me, I actually have a problem with the band riding up my thighs. So in order to prevent this, what I'll do is I'll put the band underneath my knee that is on the ground, and that will prevent the band from riding up my leg. So if you have the same problem where the band keeps riding up your leg, then make sure you just put the band underneath your knee that is on the ground while kicking back the other leg. And with this exercise, you are targeting your hamstrings and your butt cheek. So really tighten your butt cheek and feel it in your hamstring. And again, it is a mind to muscle connection.
Ryan Little.
And what you want to do here is do 10 to 15 reps on each leg, and once you've done that, that is one set completed. Next one, in the same position, tabletop position, you're going to do a fire hydrant. And instead of kicking the leg back, you're going to bring it out to the side. This will work your hip, your butt cheek, and your outer thigh. To really make sure that you keep your hips level, your abs tight, and your shoulders parallel to the ground. Alright, so that is it for the 7 exercises that I would recommend using a resistance band and starting your strength training program as a beginner. This is a great way to build up your strength in these areas. You can do it at home, and as you get stronger, you can move forward to doing more complex exercises. So if you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Have any questions or comments, make sure you post them below. I will be coming back with some more videos on how to be a fit black woman, or how to be fit in your 50s. Either way, it works for you. So again, if you guys like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, make sure you post them below. And last, no, I always say that. And also, if you can, please make sure you guys share this video with someone you feel needs to have some type of awareness that they need to start working out, and strength training is the way to do it. And last, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. So until next time, please make sure you take care of yourself both mentally and physically. And this is Naturally Z signing out. Peace. I'm tired.
Ryan Little.
Okay, I only have water. Gotta go. Done with my cardio in the park. Resistance bands workout. for beginners.